Welcome back to Tell Me More About It. It's your hosts, Larry and Vernon.
How's it going?
If this is your first time watching our podcast, welcome. If you guys have been here before, welcome back, family, to the community. On this podcast, Vernon and I talk about a whole bunch of topics from inner peace to how to overcome obstacles to what you do when you feel lost. We're just two regular dudes who give our perspective on those topics. You guys can listen to it if you choose not to, or if you do. We're going to get right into it with what you've been up to. So, Vernon, what you been up to?
Haven't been up to much. Same old, same old. You guys know we're both entrepreneurs, just doing that grind. Some days are better than others. Sometimes you're tired. Got to push through. Keep going if you need that little bit of motivation. Other than that, chilling. Watched a couple Halloween movies, like Halloween Town. Have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
It's pretty good. It's real cringy, but I remember it from when I was younger. But it's pretty good. Check it out if you haven't. And other than that, chilling. I'm a big chiller. I don't do too much. If anything, maybe I'll go to like a sporting event or something. By the way, Cincinnati Bearcats are second in the country.
Them Bearcats.
Second in the country. All you other college fans, Alabama, Ohio State, all of y'all, you're behind UC. How does that make you feel? But that's all I got.
All right. I bet they feel kind of salty at this moment. Nobody would have projected as number 2 in the nation. About to be number 1 soon. But what I've been up to, guys, is just same old, same old. If you guys have been watching the podcast. If not, I'm in school. I go to Wright State, master's in business. And besides that, I just make music all the time, mostly every day. And I just dropped a new song called Sunrise. Go check it out. Go get my streamings up, please. And I have an EP on the way coming out called About Her. It's like a pop / R&B kind of vibe.
For those that don't know what EP is, what is that?
An EP is an extended play. So it's like, how like an album is maybe like 13 or 14 songs. The EP is maybe like max 5 to 7 songs.
Okay.
So it's a shorter version of a collection of songs. But besides that, been watching a whole lot of cartoons. I be chilling too. I'm a big chiller, but I still got a lot of kid in me, so I be watching cartoons. Like I just finished watching Foster's Home Imaginary Parents again. I'm trying to binge watch Danny Phantom. I haven't finished that.
What is that on?
Danny Phantom or Foster's.
Danny Phantom.
It's on Amazon Prime. If you have Paramount Plus, you can watch it.
But it's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I have that.
Yep. So you should, yeah. That gives you guys a feel about, a little about Vernon and I. So we gonna get into the main topic, which is why isn't life fair? Or life isn't fair, however you want to phrase it.
Yep.
I'm gonna let Vernon go first.
Yeah, so Larry and I, we were talking about this
On the phone for a while.
Like at what time was it? Like 1 in the morning?
1 in the morning.
Yeah. So it was late, and we were talking about it for a while. So there's just so many different angles you can go with this. But what I kind of want to do today, so that we can go back and forth, is I'll just give like a couple examples, and you can go, and then we can come back to me or do something like that.
Okay.
But what comes to mind when I think about life isn't fair is it's not. We live in a society where, it's just not fair. You have people that make more money, some people that make less money, some people that just by being born into a certain family have way more opportunity than you have. And to get just to where they are, where they were born into, you may have to work twice as hard just to make it there. So there's a whole bunch of different reasons why life isn't fair. But one of the things that I recall us talking about is just, even though life may not be fair, it's what are you doing with the situation that you're in? Because you may be viewing it in a perspective looking at what someone else has, but you have to come back to that reality of, well, you're not them and they're not you. That's not your life. It'll never be your life. So from your perspective, what do you have? What are your options? What can you do? Instead of just saying life isn't fair, because life isn't fair isn't going to get you anywhere. It's just going to get you in that same spot that you're in today saying life isn't fair. So Me personally, I'm all about how can we find a solution? Here's the cards I was dealt. How do I improve? There's a saying, and I don't remember who said it, but it's if you're born without opportunity, or you're born in a situation where you're poor, you don't have money, you can't do this and you can't do that, that some people that maybe have more money or come from a family with wealth are able to do. You can't control that. But what you can control is by the time you die, were you able to create wealth for your family and for others and all that, or did you just stay in the same place? And if you think about life isn't fair, if you have that mindset, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay in the exact same place, which happens to the majority of people. Now, I don't mean to be negative or anything, but that's the reality of it. Most people will never get out of their situation because their mind, they don't allow themselves to see it. And I saw this one lesson, then I'm going to let Larry go. I saw this video that was pretty much talking about your mindset controls your reality. So if you're consistently saying in your head, life isn't fair, that's going to be your reality. You're going to go your whole life not being happy because you're looking at what someone else has instead of realizing your situation. Okay, now how do I get out of it? How do I get more opportunity? So, what do you have to say on it?
I want to continue about what you just talked about because that was some good points. You, like Vernon said, you cannot. I'm putting in my words. You cannot play the victim. You can't play the victim role if you expect to succeed in life. I know you may have had some tough circumstances growing up, and everyone's got a sad story. Some are worse than others, and I do have empathy for the ones that have worse than others. But you have to get up, find solutions. Playing victim ain't gonna get you nowhere in life. So let's find some solutions. I liked how Vernon was talking about someone that said, you start with something and you're trying to get more, and a lot of people don't get that more. They end up just staying where they're at or being content. Did I phrase that right?
I mean, what are you talking about in terms of them looking at other people? Or?
No, themselves. You know how you said people start off somewhere in life. I think you said the poor, and they want the game is either to get up higher, just higher in life, or lower. And you said people end up just being lower or the same spot.
Yeah, well, it's not even like poor. It's not even that. It's more of the mindset. Because if you're born into a situation where they feel like there's no way out, you're obvious because you're in that environment. You are your environment. You're going to think, well, there's no way out for me because I'm in this situation. So it's more of a mindset when I'm talking about, not even financially. Because in life, you'll find that everything is mindset, like I was just saying a little bit earlier. So when I say that, I'm more so saying based off of your circle. So if a family that is wealthy has a kid, that kid is already going to be privy to all of these things. So they're already going to feel like, oh, this is my life. This is what I get. I can do and be whatever I want to do. Versus someone that grows up in an area where they have to walk by and they see death. They see people selling drugs and they see all these different things. That's their life. And they're not going, it's hard for them to get to a place where they can see, wait, I can break out of this. I can end this cycle. I can be here. I can do whatever I want with my life. So that's more so what I'm talking about. And a lot of the time, people on the wealthy side and on the not wealthy side, both of them have that feeling of, well, life isn't fair. It just could be in a different way. So the person on the wealthy side, they could be given everything that they want, but then the first time they don't get something that they want, well, this isn't fair, blah, 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 did this. Or the person that doesn't have what that wealthy person has could be like, that's not fair that they were born into this and so da, 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 da. But either way, the reality is you're not them, they're not you. It's you.
So, and I hate to do this because I don't like when people do it to me, but summarize when I gave. I don't mean I don't, I'm basically summarizing what you said, and you gave a whole lot of good information. You're talking. It's more of like a mentality.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, and there is a parable in the Bible. I'm gonna get religious real quick because I am a Christian, guys, and it was about basically, I'm gonna summarize it, and I could be wrong. I have it in front of me, but I'm not about to read this. It was about three sons. It was a father. He gave his sons, or might have been servants, money, and he gave them different amounts. And the first one was productive with what he got. I believe the second one was too. Then the third one, or whichever one it was, instead of doing something productive with the money he got, he hid the money and didn't do anything with the money. And then when they came back after a few years, I think it was a few years, both of the sons had got more money, and the other one came back with what he gave him. And the father, I wouldn't say was upset, but was maybe disappointed. Like, what did you do with all the time I gave you? You just hid the money. Like, I think he called him a coward. I'm not sure what he called him, but what I'm saying is, you don't want to be at the same level you were at. Don't play the victim role. Don't be afraid to grow, guys, grow. Like we always say, keep pushing, keep pushing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then it's unfortunate because I mean I met people to where they really feel like they can't envision themselves having a certain lifestyle. Or they can't envision themselves having this nice car, this nice home,
But it's
or
hard.
family.
It's hard visioning stuff. You don't think so?
I mean, no, it is.
I
It
think
definitely is.
I think it's hard.
But it's just if I can do something like I just want to help break that because you can, and I know that's easier said than done. Like it's even now, like having a business 2 years ago, like I couldn't envision that. Like it just wasn't. It took a lot, and I had to do a lot of like searching and going to the Bible just to figure out like, is this real? Like, could I actually do this? And now that I'm doing it, I'm like, wow. Like, if only I knew this sooner. So, everyone is dealt the cards that they're dealt, and you may be looking at that person, envious of them, saying life isn't fair. But look at yourself because you have something that they don't have that you can use to get past where they are. But you're not thinking about that because you're spending time thinking about, well, it's not fair that they have that. And again, I'll say this, you can spend your entire life doing that and it gets you nowhere.
Or it may get you somewhere, but you're always haunted by, just you always got to think of what they're doing, what they're doing, what they're doing. There was a meme. It was who just won the Olympics swimming. Basically, it was a picture of the second place guy. How he was looking at the guy ahead of him, and then it was the guy winning, and he wasn't looking at nobody but his destination. Focus on yourself, guys. Don't be worried about that and the third.
Yeah.
Because what God has for you is only for you. No one can take that. Everybody has a different story. So you may be envious of them, but maybe God has something planned for you that's different. He wrote the story, so we just playing it.
Yeah. Hopefully one day life will be fair, but I can guarantee you it's not going to happen in your life.
And the crazy part about it is, and growing up in school, they teach you to be fair. Life is fair. But when you get to this real world, it's not fair. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's not fair at all.
That's crazy.
Like everyone gets an award when you're smaller.
The participation award.
Yeah, like
when you had did nothing to be on the team.
Yeah, that's
you set the bench the whole team.
What?
You set the bench the whole year.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I have my own opinions on that specifically.
Keep going. I thought we're keeping it 100.
No, I'm talking about in terms of like kids getting an award, like everyone getting an award.
Oh, you mean
because
okay.
When everyone gets an award in the real world, like people get fired. Some people don't get that job. Like that's just reality. So you're training kids to feel like everyone should like get this. And that's the worst thing ever, because that creates a mindset of
Entitlement.
well, yeah, and when we don't get this, it's not fair. But what they don't tell you is the world doesn't care.
Straight up. Don't
Like,
care.
that kind of rhymed, didn't it?
It did. You got some
Like-
bars in there.
Like, they really don't. And I just hope at least if one of you can like take this and say, you know what, I'm done blaming it on my situation. I'm done blaming other people or just being mad at other people.
Which takes a level of maturity.
Yeah, because that should be me, but it's not me, so I'm irritated. Focus on you. What do you have to offer the world? Like, what can you offer? Because I know a lot of the time, Larry and I were talking about this. This may be a little off topic, but we were talking about, like, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for someone else? So with my business and the skill set that I have, I'm a digital marketer. I was focused on me for a very long time. How can I create the lifestyle I want? How can I get the money that I want? But I got this from a book, Zig Ziglar. I don't know if any of you know who that is, but it's a very...
That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zig Ziglar. He's a very successful salesperson. I think he's passed away now. But I was reading his book, listening to the audio, and he said that the more people you help, the more wealth that you'll receive, the more that you'll get. And it's because if you help someone else achieve whatever their problem is, figure it out, they'll pay you for that. So that right there that's something that you can do because you have something that you can offer. I don't care who you are. You have something that could help ease the burden on someone else's life. All you need to do is figure out what that is, and you can change the whole trajectory of your life. But again, that goes back to mindset. If you don't think you can do it, you never will. And there was something that I saw on Instagram. It was apparently a quote from Paul Walker.
Okay.
The guy from Fast and Furious who passed away and everything. And it was pretty much like, don't you dare feel sad about how your life is right now, because there is someone in a hospital dying, begging God for the opportunity that you have right now. So think about that again. He said, don't you dare be sad about the current state that you're in right now, because there is someone in the hospital begging God, please give me the opportunity that you have right now. And that hit me. I'm like, dang, that's true. Like, I may want to be here, but at least I still am healthy and I have the opportunity to get there. There's somebody in the hospital that doesn't. Like, so do you think they want money? You think they want wealth? Or you think they want their life so that they can even think about, well, I want to be there. So regardless of how much you have, how little you have, that's true for all of us. So you may think you're different from that person, but at the end of the day, life is life, and we're not that much different from each other. It's all really just mindset, because at the end of the day, we're all born and we're all going to die. Not to get negative, but I mean, that's just real. And Kevin Hart was talking about this, and he said that you're a book, and there's different chapters. Have you heard him say that?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, and he said, how is your book going to look? Like, how entertaining is it going to be? Because no one knows when the book is going to end. All you have is today, and be happy. Like, this took me a long time to do, but as of recent, for like maybe the past 3 months or so, I'm just happy about having the opportunity, because I'm just like, at least I have the opportunity to do this, especially with COVID and everything and a whole bunch of people dying and whatnot. Guys, just be thankful that you're still here and have the opportunity, because a lot of people don't. And you can really make it out here. Like, everybody can make it. Larry and I are two regular people. Everyone can make it. There's enough from everyone. Just change how you look at things. No more saying life isn't fair. Everyone knows it. It's not going to change.
It's not.
Ever.
Not. Embrace it. Accept it.
But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Please don't use that anymore. Well, this isn't fair. Just saying it's not fair isn't going to do anything. It's really not. I've done it. I'm talking from experience. I've done it. This isn't fair.
I've done it too.
It's not going to do it.
And if you guys want to hear examples about that, email us and we'll email you guys back with examples of stuff we experienced. But it's not fair. You need to accept it, embrace it. The world changes in everybody's eyes when they get older, and you can't do anything but to just accept it.
Yeah, especially even our generation, like millennials. Although I think 1997, we may be like
Generation X or something. Are we Y? Or we Z?
I think Z, like very, very early on Z, like by a year. But it's just like a lot of us, me included, you have the tendency to just feel like, well, I deserve this and I deserve that. But you don't. You don't. If you're not giving value to someone else or helping someone else, you don't deserve anything. What are you doing? Who are you helping? Now, again, we have other podcasts where we talk about you need to focus on yourself first. But once you're good with yourself, if it's a financial problem or it's a mental problem or it's a spiritual problem, whatever it may be, you have to put yourself in the position to get it. Just thinking about it it's just not going to do it. It never worked. I mean, it's never worked. Never has that worked where someone just thought about it. Well, I'm a think this and then it's just going to magically happen. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to do nothing.
Nah, I don't think we got powers like that.
And then people talk about, what is it? Manifestation? Like speak what you want to. Even those people, even if they don't realize it, inadvertently, they're doing things to lead them towards that. They're just not sitting in a chair watching TV talking about, oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to have everything that I want. It's just not going to work. So stop thinking it. Do something about it. If anything, say it's not fair and work towards getting your goal.
Work towards it.
So that's all I got.
I thought this was a good podcast. My name is Larry.
I'm Vernon. If you guys are new, that's kind of how I think I'm going to start ending the podcast like that.
You have it here first. Who's that 5? No, I'm playing. Just tell me more about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We're out.
See you soon.
It's got a nice view. Told her I got